The one thing that has been a saver for this country is that summer crop became a major crop instead of wheat. In the early days everybody grew wheat and probably wheat after wheat for years. But once the sorghum industry developed, the rotations with sorghum helped to limit the effects, and then as they bred up wheats that don't be as badly affected by nematodes, well, it hasn't been as big a problem. And in the long fallow system that we were using for many years, most people were growing 2 crops in 3 years, a crop of wheat, a crop of sorghum and a fallow. And that would help to keep the nematodes under control to some extent, because the major effect is that your first wheat crop will develop a big number of nematodes in the soil, and then they affect the second crop badly. And quite often, if you persist, a third crop may not be quite as bad, but it's still uneconomic. In this area, the Central Downs, we've got so many alternative crops that we can grow. It's a completely different kettle of fish if you go into the western areas, Gundy Windy and Meandara and out there, where wheat is the best crop and sorghum is a secondary crop that's not used a lot. And I foresee the fact that if they can't diversify out of wheat, they're going to run into big problems in some of that country unless they're very careful with the varieties they use to combat the effect of nematodes. But it is possible to grow wheats now, varieties of wheat that are fairly tolerant to nematodes. I picked wheats as a result of their yield results in the trial work here, where they're subject to nematodes. That way we sort of got a winner on both sides.